Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, gonna take a look in the Soulforge, tell you what I think are the best troops and weapons to craft from there. Gonna show you a really cool invasion team and an Underspire team at the same time too. But first things first, let's pop into the shop, take a look at this weekly troop, see if it's any good or not. Zanwu! Okay, interesting name. I always pressed the wrong button on that bit for some reason. Anyway, let's take a look. Shantang Epic. Give magic +2 armor to an ally and myself. Then enchant and barrier us both. Ally divines gain 2 armor. All allies gain 2 random skill points and reduce damage from skulls by 50%. Last one's not too bad. Other two are a bit though, but it's only an epic. But the spell not that useful. Maybe handy if you're a newer player to the game without many of the better troops, but with people with most troops in the game, it's not going to be that useful. It does enchant and barrier itself and somebody else. You can protect somebody else that's really powerful. And because it enchants itself as well, it can get ready to do it again. But still, for most people, not that useful. A sort of, alright, it can be used in a strategic kind of way, obviously. But yeah, about 4 out of 10 for you matey boys, so nothing fantastic. As ever, get this thing to mythic level if you can spare the glory. I'll give it 5 out of 10 because the enchant and the barrier is actually quite useful if used in the right way on certain troops. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Give it a mini upgrade there. Right, so make sure you get that to mythic level if you can. Anyway, Batman and Robin. We're in the Batcave, and Batman just got off the Bat phone, finding out what the new Bat job was. And they had to get into the Bat car to go and do their Bat job, but it wouldn't start. And Robin said to Batman, "Batman, why won't the Bat car start?" And Batman said, "It's the battery. It's not working." Robin said, "What's a Terry?" Do you see? I'll give you a moment to think about it before I reveal that slight Bat cryptic Bat bender. They're in the Bat car, in the Bat cave, on the Bat phone, and everything's Bat something. The car wouldn't start. Batman said, "It's the battery." Robin saw it as the Bat Terry. What's a Bat Terry? What's a Terry? Do you see? Yes. Right, with that absolutely fantastic start, we'll jump into the Soulforge. Let's take a... oh my god, let's take... Why have I turned into a fly? Why's my voice gone like crazy? Right, holy breeze, Batman! We have a holy weapon to go with the bat jokes. Right, anyway, so let's take a look at weapons first, then we'll look at the other stuff. So don't get this from here though. Get the Holy Breeze Batman from the Holy Invasion shop instead, because here you have to spend diamonds, celestials and other stuff, and you're gonna get it for just gems from the Invasion shop. And that's a cool thing to do because you get sigils and other stuff as well. Basically, you effectively get it for free from the Invasion shop because you'd normally do those tiers anyway. So you might as well do it that way and save yourself these resources. Right, so let's take a look at it. Deals magic +3 damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by divine allies. So nothing too fantastic about that. It's a very powerful fan. Imagine being wafted with a fan and actually just doing damage to you. Wow. That's a very powerful breeze, unless it's chucking out thorns and spikes and damage and stuff. I don't know. Just say it as I say it sometimes, but anyway, don't get it from here, get it from the Invasion shop. Light staff, the heavy staff would do more damage, but this is the light staff. Ha ha. Anyway, it's got enchanting and peaceful as 2 of its upgrades, which are actually pretty cool. 2 of my favourite upgrades for a weapon, or the enhancements, whatever you call them, when you get it upgraded. Enchanting, as soon as you cast it, become enchanted and get ready to do it again, and peaceful will silence the first enemy, meaning the first enemy cannot collect mana and they can't cast spells, which is really, really cool. So it does deal magic +4 damage to an enemy and deal double damage if there's a light storm and creates a light storm. So double damage with light storm and creates one, so it gets more yellow to charge up again and continue that double damage. Can be good if you're a newer player, but otherwise nothing too special at all. The Doomed Libram. I do like this one. I do look at the upgrades often as, you know, as you should do for weapons, because the upgrades can make or break a ordinary weapon into a great one sometimes. And again, that combination is really nice for this. Loof and... Loof? Did I say loof? Leaf! And Tangling. I think I prefer Loof. I want a Loof upgrade. I don't know what a Loof upgrade does. Anyway, because it uses green, a Loof upgrade, or a Leaf upgrade, whatever you prefer, is good, because it is green, and it entangles the first troop as well via Tangling. So very good every single time you cast it, and mega powerful against all green opponents. If you've got like a all green team to fight against, and it's, you know, just by chance or by force because they have to use all green or something, then this is really, really powerful. Scatter damage is okay, but the mix of 6 green gems and skulls for every green enemy is obscene, absolute filth, and you can absolutely wreck your way through that, especially with those skulls, because you entangle the top troop with this. So if those skulls don't align, they're not going to get much back anyway from the skulls that are there. It's better if they do align, of course. Then you can absolutely steamroller through the enemy team. So really, really good. And give 3 magic to all allies. If the enemy has a doom, give 5 more. So yeah, I do like the Doomed Libram. Very good indeed. Hook Sword. That's a funny looking weapon, isn't it? Deals magic based damage to an enemy boosted by Shentang allies. Then create a mix of 6 red and yellow gems for each Shentang ally. So uses purple and brown. It generates lots of red and yellow, so you do have to make sure that you've got a lot of, or at least a couple of red and yellow mana using troops in your team to make the most of that. Otherwise, what's the point? So make sure you do have a couple of those red and yellow mana using troops to benefit from all that lovely malarkey. Sky Hero Destroyer column. For every yellow gem destroyed, create 4 red gems. Similar sort of thing to that other weapon. This uses blue and yellow, but creates lots of red. So destroying a column will, with lots of yellow in it, will help charge up a little bit, but they're creating 4 red gems. Basically, you need 1 or 2 other red using mana troops in your team to benefit from all that red. Otherwise, again, what is the point you're doing it for? You're doing it to charge up somebody in particular. And it can be very effective for that. Hammer of Shentang. Remove all yellow gems. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. If the enemy is from Shentang, or if the battle is in Shentang, deal double damage. The gems are removed with no effect, so it's just like a anti-Shentang weapon in a way, just taking away the colour they like the most, which is yellow. Yeah, this is more collectible than anything. All these ones are really. You're rarely going to use it in an actual battle, but it's just cheap to craft. Just a mere 75 diamonds, which is nice. And it's another weapon, and it's a nice easy one to get upgraded to full, which can help out your progress in the long run in the game. Cobaltine Wand. Explode. Magic +1 red gems. Grant a random status effect to all Shentang allies. And summon a Shentang troop. So a nice explodey summony weapon there. Do like these. Exploding gems. Charging up the team really quickly. Random status effects. Really cool. And a summon at the same time. And again, another nice one regarding the upgrades. Enchanting and Peaceful. That nice little combo there where you can slow someone down from getting their mana from Peaceful because they can't collect mana themselves and they can't cast spells, and you get enchanted at the same time, so you're literally slowing them down while speeding yourself up all at the same time, which is nice. There's only one thing you've got to be a bit careful of with Peaceful, or silencing the top enemy, and it is more strategic because sometimes if the top enemy is the most powerful one or really dangerous one, then fantastic, just roll with it and that's a good thing. But sometimes top enemy is a kind of meat shield and things like that, and it may be mana blocking the colours of a more powerful troop down below. In other words, if you didn't silence that top troop, they'd get first dibs on those mana colours, which means the more powerful troop further down is going to take longer to get charged. But if that's the case, then this can actually work against you, because you silence our first enemy, meaning that more powerful one actually gets first dibs on mana colours, if you know what I mean. But yeah, apart from that, Peaceful is a very, very nice upgrade. Wand of Stars, I say it every single time, but if there's nothing else in here you particularly want, or you've got it already, and you don't yet have the Wand of Stars, just go get it. It's the best weapon in the game. Will stitch you up now and again on its cast, but pretty rare if you do it the correct way based on what is on the board regarding colours. Amazing, amazing mana generator, like cleanse, bless. It's amazing, and the curse as well. Absolutely awesome stuff. Fantastic weapon. Go get it if you haven't got it already. But it is there every week. So like I say, if there's another weapon you haven't got which you really like the Doomed Libram, for example, that'll be gone next week. So if you really like that, and it's going to take away resources to stop you getting Wonder Stars, then get the Doomed Libram, because Wonder Stars is here every single week. And the other ones, like the Doomed Libram, are not. What else we got? What else we got? The Pandaskian Wand. It's Pandaskian really, but I always call it Panda Skiing because it just makes me think of a panda skiing, which would be quite fun to see. I'd watch a panda skiing. I'll tune in for that. Explodes magic +1 brown gems. Grants a random status effect to all Urska allies, then summon a Urska troop. Another nice explodey summony weapon there. Very nice indeed. And remind you of a panda skiing, which is a bonus. Right, and that is it for the weapons. Let's shift over now to the troops. As ever, have a little shufty through all these summoning stones ones, especially if you're a new player. You're looking in particular for empowered troops, goblins, things like that, like Dust Devil, really, really cool. Deal damage to all enemies, knock the first enemy to the last place, starts battles with full mana. Part of the Ironhawk team, which makes Ironhawk a really nice, quick troop to use. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. And, oh, we got Greed there as well. That's not bad. So that Greed and Dust Devil are the two you need for to get the old team going with Ironhawk. Really, really good. So gain gold equal to my life, gain magic +1 life, and gain an extra turn, and start battles with full mana. You just basically cast Dust Devil in a 2 Ironhawk team, for example, and you are done on Explore level 1. Really, really cool. Alright, so let us move on to the troops now. Start at the bottom and work our way up. Comethelus is the Comet Dragon, the Cosmic Dragon on rotation this week. So if this is the last one you need on your path to getting Stellarix, I do thoroughly recommend. It's worth the extra Dragonite. This way, I know it's extra, I know it's annoying, but it's guaranteed. If you're just this one dragon shy of getting all the dragons you need to continue on your path to getting Stellarix, to me this is absolutely worth the extra Dragonite, because you could open another 5, 6, 7, 8 eggs and just get a duplicate still, and that is really, really frustrating. You could get lucky and get Comethelus straight away, but for the most part it's not going to work out that way. It's like rolling a 6-sided dice and needing a 6. Could come in straight away if you're lucky. Other times you could sit there and roll it 20 times and you wouldn't get a 6. That is the kind of chance you're taking every single time you open a dragon egg, normally trying to collect these dragons. So the 2,000, a little bit extra, but totally worth it if you want to guarantee it. What the hell is this? This is new. Who are you? Where did you come from? Maelstrom Dagonath. And it's a boss type troop. There's 8 orbs of power. 50,000 souls and 300 gems. What do you do? Are you any good? Let me see. 30 mana cost. Let's take a look at this first. Submerge myself when I take damage. Can be good. Invulnerable. Immune to all status effects. Devour. Mana drain. Transform. Like can't be lethal damage. Good. And gain 5 to all skill points when matching skulls. So that's a pretty good set of traits. Kill an enemy. That's already good. Just dead, mate. Then create 12... What? Then create 12 random mana potion gems and an extra turn. What? This sounds absolutely awesome. So, kill an enemy, just like a Zulgoth kind of thing. Or, what do you call it? A Janet. Then create 12 random mana potion gems. So, 6 different colours. They could come similar colours, same colours, or big mix, and get a match automatically. And if they do, they sometimes generate ridiculous amounts of mana. Then gain an extra turn. So even if you don't get a match automatically, you gain an extra turn to try and make it happen. And that obviously does include you having somebody on your team, like a leprechaun or something, or somebody that explodes gems. And when you explode those mana potion gems with 12 of them there, you are going to get an insane amount of damage. I might even get 2 of these I think I am. Thank you. I'm going to get 2 of them. Well, that was a surprise. Wasn't expecting him or her or it, whatever it likes to call itself, or whatever bits it's got down below. But whatever. Yeah, that sounds really, really fun troop. I'm going to play around with that later and maybe pop a team in a different video. So, yes, that was a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting that. Right, so I've got 2 of them, just because. Right, let's throw me a bit. Where are we? So we're on to the Mythics next. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. We've done the Gem Dragon. He's here all the time. So first up is very, very good one. Pharaoh Khafre. Convert all gems of a chosen colour to cursed gems. Convert 3 skulls to Deathmark gems. Then convert all other skulls to Uber Doom skulls. Really, really good troop this. Not so much for the spell, which is still good, because it can, you know, charge itself up and do it again. Really good the way it converts any colour to cursed gems, which are brown. But the Trap Tomb is what makes this so good. Explode 2 random gems when my turn begins. If you've got one of these, probably get another one of these to get 2. If you've got 2 already, and you've got loads of spare diamonds, even get 3. Can work in a 3 team, 3 of these with a Chrysanthrax or a Stellarix, and just charge up Stellarix or Chrysanthrax or another really powerful dragon or damage to all troop really, really insanely quickly. Very, very good indeed. I do like it with 2 of these, a weapon for the hero, so you can use the class properly, and powerful dragon works really well. But that Trap Tomb is absolutely stunning, really good, and that's kind of works in all teams as well. That's why he's so good, absolutely fantastic. Alright, so Pharaoh Khafre, a very, very strong start to the Soulforge today. Who is next? We have Aquaticus. Really, really good as well. Crikey, it's going to be a tough call already on the Mythic of the Week. Not so much for the spell. The spell's still good. Magic plus whatever. Light splash damage. Looks like magic plus 8, but that doesn't exist, I don't think. So it's magic plus bit. Light splash damage to 3 random enemies. Explode half the blue gems on the board. So damage with mana gen. Refresh means you can get ready to do it again really quickly. But one of the main things about her is that tsunami. Submerge all allies when matching 4 or more gems. She is like the perfect defense to those Stellarix teams, those Chrysanthrax teams, the Gobtruffle teams, the Queen Beatrix teams. You know the ones, the annoying ones that do damage to all and just wreck you again and again and again. All you got to do is get a 4 match, and you'll submerge your entire team and all those damaging troops that do all that damage to all. No matter how much I do, kick air and do 0 damage. She is an absolutely amazing, amazing defense against those troops. And she's a well-known streamer. Ha 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 ha. That's what I say to the hilarious joke. Ketros the Bull. Deal splash damage to an enemy. Magic plus 4. Boosted by my attack, life and armor. So gets more powerful as you grow with the game, as your stats go up. As he gets more powerful, you do more damage. And does have Raging Bull, gain 2 attack, armor, and life when matching red gems. But yeah, it's kind of specialist, but nothing fantastic. Ketros. Famine drains mana from all enemies, which is okay. That's pretty strong. Then deal a magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by mana drained at ×2 ratio. So timed correctly, in a powerful team that's got a lot of mana, then that can be actually quite effective. You can actually just hit really, really hard with that on a single shot. And first enemy does lose 3 skill points at the start of each turn. And all enemies lose 2 random skill points as well. And recovers 1 armor at the start of each turn. Is a very weak trait for a mythic. But it can hit pretty hard, but it's kind of specialist. It's not the worst of these apocalypse troops. But it is a bit specialist. It's like, it hits hard and drains all mana. That is its main sort of trick. But yeah, there's just better mythics out there. Alright, so let's have a quick look at, was that the last one? Yeah, it was. The legendaries quick, see if there's anybody here. Like, the Great Maw, some people may see this and think it's like amazing. It's a legendary with mythic cost, at 24, devours an enemy. So better than just killing them, because you eat them and gain their stats. So not only are they dead, but you actually transfer their stats. You add their attack, armor, and life to your own. So the quicker you do that, the more you gain, which is good. then gain 8 yellow and 8 brown gems, which is the colour it uses, but it's a bit daft because it can only cast once. So, yeah. So you need somebody else that uses yellow and brown in your team as well, in a way, because you won't be able to cast that again. And it does gain 2 to all skills on Skull gem matches. So, yeah, the Great Maul, good, but not good, if you know what I mean, at the same time, because of that one cast thing. But if it works good, and you give yourself a load of attack, life, and armor, then you become very tanky up top. So it's good in a strategic kind of way. And it's good to have a strategy in this game. It's not just all about casting Wonder Stars, Stellarix, and just repeat, grind until you die of boredom. It's good to mix it up sometimes. General Edison. Deal magic +2 damage to all enemies boosted by bomb gems. Basic damage with a boost, and creates a bomb gem when his turn begins to help that boost. Carmina, she's a lot of fun. Creates 4 skulls, 4 doom skulls, and 4 uber doom skulls. If an enemy is death marked, create 1 more of each skull. So get a death mark going, which you can do simply in certain classes, because they'll start with a death mark. Then that becomes create 5 skulls, 5 doom skulls, and 5 uber doom skulls. Really, really cool. And if you happen to kill someone, then death mark an enemy when they die is going to help creation of those more skulls. So yeah, in the right team, she is a lot of fun. Una gives magic +1 life and attack to an ally boosted by fairy fire gems. Destroy 2 random rows and columns. So some managing with life and attack, and a small chance to create 3 fairy fire gems when the turn begins. So who gets my mythic of the week? Well, it's not going to be Famine. It's not going to be the other one that wasn't very good, Ketrus. It's definitely between Aquaticus and Pharaoh. Now, this is probably the hardest one to pick of all time on who's my mythic of the week, because they're both absolutely essential in their own ways. Pharaoh, that explode 2 random gems when his turn begins. Get 2 of these, and it works in almost any team. 2 of them, mega powerful. Whoever in second place or first place with a good weapon can be absolutely devastating, and it can work in almost any team. So absolutely fantastic for that as well. And in the right team can actually loop really well as well. That conversion of colours to brown, which means it charges up easily and you can do it again. So yeah, Pharaoh Khafre, absolutely essential. But if you are frustrated and annoyed by those annoying damage to all teams, you get sick and tired of those Stellarix teams, those Chrysanthrax teams, the Queen Bee teams, the Gobtruffle teams, just wrecking you non-stop, and the Aquaticus is just as essential for the opposite kind of reason. To, rather than kill stuff and charge up easily, like with Pharaoh Khafre, you use this to stop yourself getting killed by those annoying teams. Particularly useful if you're a newer player and you're getting annoyed with those type of teams, those damage to all teams. Just get a 4-match, and all those super damaging troops will just kick air and you'll be safe. So really, really good. Absolutely amazing. Like for that, it's like my go-to troop when it's important not to lose. Like normally I'll fight fire with fire on those super damaging teams like that. I'll run 2 Pharaohs, 2 Pharaoh Khafres to try and charge my team up quicker with Chrysanthrax, whatever, than the other team. Most of the time you'll win. Sometimes it won't work out so well, and the other team get charged up and they'll win. You take the rough with the smooth. But if you want a nice defense against those damage to all teams, then Aquaticus is absolutely essential. So my mythic of the week goes to Aquatica Pharaoh. I'm gonna call this one a draw. But I suppose Pharaoh Khafre has the edge overall because it can be used in pretty much any team, and it's just amazing for that trapped tomb. But like I say, Aquaticus is so essential for those the defense against those damage to all troops. So I'm gonna call it a draw. I'm not going to give the symbol thing out for number 1 because they're both absolutely fantastic in their own way. But there it is. There's the Soulforge video. Coming up next is the Invasion team. Now onto that Invasion team. Must use the event Captain Hanzim in your team to get that ×2 magic and ×2 score. Is for this event only, but absolutely essential that you use that troop, and you get that from the shop, so make sure you do that. Available at tier 2. You have to buy the tiers in order, so you can either buy the mega pack thing at the beginning or just buy them one after the other. Tier 1, you get a Potion of Enchantment as a bonus. Enchants all allies at the start of battle. Really, really important for this. So absolutely do that. And you get the Invasion Sigils, more troops and more at the same time. Tier 2, you get the handy Potion of Explosion, which explodes 4 gems at the start of battle, again for this event only. But you also pick up the troop and Zin. He's our Siegebreaker. You don't actually need all those traits, so if you're a new player, don't worry about them too much. The important thing is that you get it, and you get that bonus damage versus the towers, which is really, really cool. Tier 3, absolutely recommend you get this at the same time. More Invasion Sigils, a Potion of Rejuvenation, and at the same time, the new weapon, the Holy Breeze Batman. Deal magic-based damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by Divine Allies. Not going to use it in this team or event, but always good to get another weapon anyway. Hands in, 2 ways to get it to Mythic level, either by Tier 2, so you get 1 back out, and basically use 2 orbs or a couple of orbs of attention, whatever it is, to get it to Mythic level that way, or you can buy enough tiers to get enough copies of him to get it to Mythic level. So 2 ways to do that. Right, so onto the team itself. Show the basic team first of how to do things in a way when you've got regular troops to fight against, but we will change things around when the towers come along, because slowly but surely as we progress through the battles, we will actually get normal troops replaced by towers. So when it's more normal troops, this is a really good team to start with. We have to have this one by default. But Divinish Bala, we give all Divine allies a 40% start with mana, which is really cool because we are restricted by Divine. And when the towers come along, she's going to play a really important role, transforming red to skulls and green to yellow, as well as enchant 2 random allies. The red to skulls can absolutely devastate those towers later on if we have a Siegebreaker up top. But at the beginning, Commander Dawnheart, really good for this. Deal damage to 4 random enemies boosted by his armor. So get him charged up, huge amount of damage to all, boosted by armor. And there's a couple of ways to go about this as well, because obviously the damage is increased by his armor. So you can either put on the Medals of Guard, which increase your armor, or you can put on Medals of Nisha, which are going to increase the damage basically. I'm going to put on Medal of Nisha because you get the damage boost from that, and you also get that increased as well because it's just more magic. So you give an ally magic +1 armor, boosted by all enemy attack, then enrage and barrier them, and we'll be casting that on Commander Dawnheart. That boosts up his armor and he does even more damage. And when you got that upgraded, you actually get kind of 2 barriers for the price of 1. You'll notice that shielding is one of the benefits of it in the upgrades, but because it gives a barrier when you cast it, you basically, say you cast it on Commander Dawnheart, you boost up his armor and give him a barrier, but you get a barrier at the same time. So make sure you get it upgraded as well, and that'll basically increase the damage. And we'll go with this team until basically we've just started getting more towers than we do normal troops. And what you're going to do then is going to pop in an extra Siegebreaker. So I'll put this as the standard team for now. But what we're going to do, that's the other Siegebreakers. This Taurite Priestess is really good. When the towers come along in a more bigger way, you're going to get rid of Commander Dawnheart. I'm going to pop that to the top like that. And that'll be just fine. Because you can still do that, get that armor boost, but you can just cast it, change that to an explodey summony weapon or whatever. But you'll get so many skulls and stuff come along, and any skull hit then is going to just wreck the enemy. So you just swap the weapon for something that's explodey summony. Let's get rid of that. Loads of weapons that are going to explode gems. Just go down to this, put in explode. Like that, boom, boom, bing. Stacks of them all over the place. Arbora Crystal is always a good one, but you're not going to get the tangling mechanic because the towers are going to be invulnerable. So basically anything that explodes gems and preferably doesn't mana block everybody else. And there's, as you see, a huge amount to pick from. But yeah, we'll just swap that back to the standard team for this. So let's pop in that Commander Dawnheart again. Right, so this is the team to run with until basically we get more invasion towers than standard troops, then swap out Commander Dawnheart for a Siegebreaker and pop that Siegebreaker to the top and change the weapon for any explodey summoning weapon you like. And keep an eye out for Divinish Bala's red gems to skulls, because that will absolutely wreck through the enemy. Right, so a banner for this team, I've gone for a Hive banner, +2 brown, +1 green, -1 red. Would have preferred a +2 brown, +1 yellow, but nothing else sort of was there, which didn't actually give a benefit or take away from something which we wanted, which was a bit annoying, but hey, it will do. Class, we can have Geomancer for this. You can go other classes as well. Elementalist will be good, just slightly slower start. Really good though, we get that nice 50% mana start. We can have stuff like Serendipity, we can have, well, red, even though these ones are meaningless actually, ignore that. Anti-magic sphere's good, tactician's good, rock solid, we get a lot of brown, we get a barrier all the time. Extra brown from Stone Mastery, or we can have Tree of Knowledge, gained enchantment matching green. And Fortitude, so let's jump in quick. This feels like it's been a long video already. Somehow spent 25 minutes in the Soulforge talking about that. Have no idea how. It's normally 15, 16 minutes. Look at that nice quick mana start with the explosion. We're ready next round. Job is done. Dawnheart. 42 boost because of the armor. This is going to be good for quite a while in this event. Jumped forward a little bit to when a couple of the towers start appearing. I have actually moved Commander Dawnheart to the top. This does make a significant difference regarding how quickly it gets charged. With mana, most of the time he's going to get charged literally straight away. A lot of that. Really, really cool. First dibs on yellow, first dibs on brown. If you're a experienced player with a lot of health and stuff, then perfectly safe to shift him to the top. If you're a newer player with low stats and you feel like he's vulnerable up top, then just shift him down one space and make sure he's safe. So, it's the first time we haven't killed out that tower thing straight away. So we'll have to wait for our bottom troop to get charged up. That's the Siegebreaker. And do that. Right, now let's switch the team around now. Let's show how we go about it. In fact, I'll just do these couple of battles here. When we get 3 towers start appearing, and then we'll swap the team around using the extra Siegebreaker, as I mentioned earlier. Alright, let's chuck out that damage. See, we're not actually killing that absolutely straight away now. So let us get our team charged again. You can give them a boost. Like if you waited for this to get charged first, that's the advantage. Like if we've got a boost there of 43, if we cast that on him, and we look at him what he does next time, the boost is gone up to 78. So it does make a huge, huge difference. And we can look out for skulls now if we want, and then use this to finish off the tower thingy. So let's now we've got like more health on these. Let's swap these around and see what difference it makes if we give Commander Dawnheart a boost first from the shield, because that was the idea after all of this team. But in the early stages, certainly really quick with Dawnheart up top. So right now, the boost is plus 43. If we do this on that, we've now gone up to plus 85. So now we are going to one-shot, obviously dependent on your magic, those troops still. Very nice. Right, let's just do one more of this, then we'll swap the team over and we'll see what it's like with that Taurite Priestess in it, which is our team to deal with the towers basically. So we give ourselves a boost on Dawnheart, his damage goes up, and he just hits those 4 things one after the other. And very straightforward instant kills. Jumps forward a little bit more, but when 3 towers start appearing, and it definitely when 4 start appearing, it's this is a really good team to switch to. Taurite Priestess up top. Make sure you've got that Siegebreaker trait though, to make sure you get that 5 times skull damage versus towers based on your ascensions. 5 times is the max. And she will submerge all allies as well, which isn't that relevant, but hey, it's nice to be swimming, I suppose. But Fist of Heaven is a very good weapon for this. I chose that because it's going to explode yellow gems, give a random status effect to all our team, because all our team is divine, and as a summon as well, which means it's really cool. And it uses opposite colours to these top troops here. So we use all 6 colours in these 3 troops. And we can take a look out for red to skulls in particular. When the towers are there, this is going to be absolutely lethal with this. It's going to wipe through those towers like a knife through butter. So let's take a little look at this in action. Gonna look to get the Ishbala up, or the Ishbala. That's a bit weird thing, isn't it? So we've killed someone already. If we've got a nice red to skulls, which we haven't, we can cast that. But we can just wing it and cast like Fist of Heaven. We can do the damage on one of the towers with that. We're gonna have the Siegebreaker troop up next time anyway. The main one. We can look out for green to yellow with Ishbala. If any skull hits come along which are random, they're going to wipe out the enemy straight away. We can look out for red to skull still. If there's one not there, we can just do a regular skull hit. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty straightforward. That's the annoying one. It's got the reduced damage from skulls by 75%. But anyway, that's when we use the hands in. Gets his hands in and bashes them around the bonds. Right, this has got potential to go really fast. This team, if you get a nice alignment on Ishbala with this, on particularly red to skulls, you can actually just bish bash bosh through everybody really quickly. Let's get rid of that annoying tower first, and then we can go about our day. Let's get the Fist of Heaven up. From the towers start getting charged, you can take it out quickly with a Siegebreaker. If we've got any more skull hits, we can do that. We can look out for red to skulls and green to yellow. Neither of them look like they're particularly any good, so we can absolutely wing it with the Fist of Heaven, see what happens. Any random skull hits. Look at that! See, that did come in handy. We've done that avoiding thing on the submerge. And then we've got that lovely 5 times skull damage. Come on, game. One game where we get a really nice alignment of red to skulls and Ishbala just wrecks through the entire enemy team. Pretty much by herself. Right, so what can we do? Let us get the Fist of Heaven up. Let's do that way, actually. Don't need to get that. We could actually get them down to nearly gone, though. Got quite a lot of red to skulls there. It's better when it's a guaranteed 4 match, but when we can now just rip through the enemy really rather quickly. He thinks he's going to cast. No, you're not. Go away. And you can go away and all. 5 times normal damage as well from that Siegebreaker troop up top. Right, let's make this the last one. Come on, give me a nice red to skulls. It will happen. You will play this and you will get some lovely red to skulls alignments at some point, and then absolutely fly through the enemy team very, very quickly indeed. We don't need brown anymore, do we? We want green, that's more important. Let's cast this. Right, see what we've got going on now. So we've got some red to skulls here now, and any ones that cascade down are going to just wreck through the enemy. If there's nothing in particular there, we can just take out somebody that's started to get charged with the hands in fella. We've got that charged now, so let's bash them out of it. See, that submerge is actually coming in handy. It's actually coming in handy big, a big time. It's like they're just dodging all that damage there, which was really cool. Right, and have we got a red to skulls to end up on? Come on, Ishbala. It's not her fault, the alignment's not there. It's just bad luck on the game. But anyway, let's give the Taurite Priestess the moment of glory. Let's make her the saviour of the day. Right, but there it is. That's the invasion team and the various ways to go about it to make this event an absolute walk in the park. And on to the Underspire team. Nice easy team for this. Shentang restriction. We can go Kerbaltine Wand, Penglong, Tianglong, and a Moon Rabbit. Moon Rabbit starts battles with full mana when you've got that 3rd trait. It converts all blue to yellow, and then give magic +1 life to all other allies, making them more tanky, and bless the first ally. So the first ally will explode red gems, give a random status effect all Shentang allies, that's the whole team, then summon a Shentang troop. And this has the nice benefit, this weapon, of having peaceful, which stops the first enemy from casting spells rather, or collecting mana, and also enchanting, so it's enchanted, getting ready to do it again, which does have a benefit because a Penglong does damage to all enemies boosted by enchanted allies. So when you cast that first, you get enchanted, increasing the damage from Penglong. And Tianglong works well with this because it gains enchant when matching yellow gems, which you do to charge up Penglong and Tianglong. So a couple of extra enchants there to boost up the damage, and it does damage to all, then creates a mix of 16 red and yellow gems, which charges up the Penglong, and does damage to all, boosted by enchanted allies. And you can see how this works. Very, very good. Indeed, there's obviously the option with these kind of things to pop in the more powerful troops if you've got them. There's Mythics here, there's Immortals. If you've got them, obviously, you can throw them into the fray at the same time and do a shed load more damage. But for people with no Mythics, I do like the way this team works. Banners for this, the ideal one is the armored banner, but it is a warband banner, so not everybody's going to get it. This gives +2 green and +1 yellow, -1 brown, because brown's the only colour we don't use. But failing that, just pick something else which has a -brown if you can. Just make sure you gain the most mana possible. Like, that's probably the next best choice. +2 green, +1 blue ocular and banner. Still -brown because we don't use it, and it'll get the weapon charged up really quick. Be in monk class for this. If we want to be in a Shenteng class, make sure we get the most out of that status effects part of the spell on the weapon. And we can go snap freeze. We can have impact, up to you. Purification's good. Fast healing. Bit of watery binding. You can have deluge, or you can have healing herb, whatever you fancy, or rock solid. But we don't collect brown. It'll only happen on by accident kind of thing. Nature's will. Extra green is nice, and a fortitude, always good. A lot of immunities available in monk class. So let's dive in and do a couple of battles. So we can look out straight away for blue to yellow. Oops, wrong button. Blue to yellow on this. If we get that, we can do that anyway, of course, but we'll do that like that. That's the weapon up. And that's already ready to go, and it will absolutely wipe through the enemy. +3 Nisha medals for this. For a slightly quicker start at the cost of damage, you can go +2 Nisha, +1 Anu. Let's grab a free stuff from a matey boy Chin Chain. This is a name. Or it is. Sometimes he gets called all sorts of different names by me, literally every single week. Alright. Again, have a little look-see out for that blue to yellow. That is the advantage of Moon Rabbit. If it's not there, we can just grab anything else, though. All good. Can have a quick gander around for blue to yellow. Nothing particularly doing, but we can get our Penglong, Shanglong thing, Changlong, whatever long thing it is, charged up quick enough anyway if we don't get the lucky start alignment. Let's just do a couple more. Like I say, you can pop in those powerful dragons if you need to. See, we've got it here, look. Happy days. It's got a lot of yellow straight away. Let's grab that. Let's get that with a slice of that. Got the enchanting going on. Collecting yellow. Weapon is nearly charged. Explode the board. Picking up mana for the team. Giving them all status effects. You can actually pop Moon Rabbit to the top if you like. And put a weapon in second place. That's a good option, the way to go about it, because Moon Rabbit is only really there for that quick start. You don't actually care if it ends up getting killed later. So you can actually put this to the top if you like. In first place, stick the weapon in second place. If the rabbit dies, you cast this and you get a summon. Happy days. Do we have blue to yellow? No, we don't. So we'll just do it normally. We don't care. Get there eventually anyway. And it still won't take long. Won't even take Tianglong. Won't even take Penglong. Do you see? He looks a bit grumpy, doesn't he? Cheer up, mate. Who took the jam out of his donut? Alright, blue to yellow, we got it there a bit. You want to do it on a 4-match really, otherwise I may as well try to take it normally. So only when it's a 4-match in particular. I've been a bit unlucky on our colours on this, but it will get better than this. It really will. It's just the way the game goes sometimes. I mean, it's been a bit mean. But at least Tianglong got a bit of action in this one. And the other one, Penglong, was ready to go next round. Yes, 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 whatever. Right, let's make this last one. Let's go this way. Let's take on a thing of aspy things, sneaky things that bite you and look a bit sneaky. Well, we'll do it that way to get a 4 match on that, and let's got that charged up straight away, and that is a good way to end the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it would be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.